Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the 1-24 Governor Ignite Spartan, and this is from the HEXA series released by Kotobukiya. And this particular kit was released back in 2022. So I've had this come through from HobbyLink Japan, so I have a link to the Ignite Spartan in the description, as well as a wider range of HEXA kits over at HobbyLink as well, for anyone who is curious. So some time ago I did a unboxing of the Governor Queen's Guard, which was a bit of a red and black version, and then after a while I thought, I don't know, Ignite Spartan is kind of growing on me, so here we are, the Ignite Spartan. Hopefully this won't take too long, because I think there'll be some common stuff from the Queen's Guard on the Ignite Spartan. But there'll definitely be some differences. But that's okay. So, front of the box, nice shot of the Ignite Spartan there with his lance weapon clearly igniting. Definitely different colour compared to the Queen's Guard. Definitely different head pommel and things like that. In fact, I don't know, the more I look at it, it kind of reminds me of the Torgis. So that's the front of the box. Back of the box. So nice shot of the actual Ignite Spartan from the front. I will admit I do like the colour scheme. It's probably slightly behind the Queen's Guard, but even as a black and grey scheme, very nice. Archive card, which we're getting used to seeing, so this will pretty much be all the components within the box. We do have another image about combining different HEXA and Governor sets together, and in fact this one is, gosh, I can't remember, the name isn't even on the thing, which is unfortunate. But I actually do recall, I think I did do the unboxing for the horse. Action pose, customization, using some of the frame arm scales. They're nice looking, but I don't think I'd be too inclined to grab any unless there's one that really screams out to me. But I do know there are people that collect them, and they do still look quite cool. So overall, I think this will eventually be a very fun build. Now, the box looked out. Time to open up the box. Play around with no doubt the 16 bags of runners that's in there, and have a better look at what's included. And with everything out of the box. Okay, so it wasn't 16 bags of runners. Although it did feel it, it actually wasn't that bad. But we do have a lot of small runners to look through. Okay, so assembly manual. We have a nice shot of the Ignite Spartan on the front, or at least a silhouette. And then some more details on the back, predominantly the color guide and just another color variant. It does look very cool. Unfortunately everything is still in Japanese, so you may have to confirm what colors things are purely by their paint color, which I suspect is Mr. Hobby. Okay. Moving through the manual ever so quickly, standard page about how to build. We do have a parts list, which we'll go through those parts in a minute anyway, and then pretty much the rest of the build. So Kotobukiya being Kotobukiya, it's very standard irrespective if it's an Evangelion, HEXA. I'm sure there's a few other things as well. It's all pretty much the same. But the build actually doesn't look overly complicated, which is really good. And I also didn't get this, well, I didn't get the complicated vibe when we looked at the Queen's Guard either, so I think that's very, very cool. Won't spend too much time here. Where are we at now? The weapon. And then just getting through to some final customizations, putting everything together and things like that. So definitely not a bad manual to go through. Yeah, everything does look really, really, really cool. So that is the manual. Now, before we get too carried away, the archive card. So it looks like it's pretty much mounted Spartans on their horses. Well, that's very cool. and no doubt a nice heap of backstory. It's just unfortunate that it is in Japanese. But that card art, very nice. Okay, runners. A runner in... I'm actually not too sure. Could be a black, could be a dark grey, could be a dark blue. I'm going to assume dark grey. So a runner. Although looking at the pieces, they're probably like joints and things like that, so it's probably safe to say that it is actually grey. B, I suspect, is also still in a dark grey. So I think those will be for the headdress. We have a small C, I suspect once again still in grey. Probably better if I had better lighting so I could actually tell what colour is what. D in... Now this actually might be a bit of a blue. That's the D runner. A E runner in a very discernible light grey. F in quote unquote blue. A G runner. Now I will admit, even though the pieces are small, they definitely don't look too difficult to work with. Even though we have some very large pieces, as I mentioned that. Well, comparatively. So that's the G runner. We do have an H runner. Do I have this upside down? Quite possibly. Yes. I think this might be back in grey. A I runner, which looks to have some of the pieces for the very interesting looking pistol. Quote unquote grey. J, definitely in light grey. So that'll be part of the shield. We have K, which will be the back of the shield and a few other things. Blue. I'm not doing very well with telling which colour is what today. And then we have an L runner in a bit of a faux silver, which will be for the lance. Very good. And then lastly, we have the ABC hand manipulator stem and little gear piece. So it's always nice to have these hand manipulators. And lastly, very careful with this one, I almost lost the plot. We do have a pre-painted headpiece, which is loose in the back. So I realised this a little bit too late, but I should still have enough plastic in there that the head is not going to magically fall out. So definitely be very careful that you don't accidentally lose this. Now I'm completely petrified that I've lost it for the Queen's Guard. I'm sure I haven't, but there you go. The sad, sad scariness about building plastic kits. Yes, there's a nice little pre-painted headpiece. So that'll bring us to the end of the unboxing of the Governor Ignite Spartan. Very interesting take on the design. I do like the colours, if I can never figure out what colour is what. And it is nice, even though it's based on a similar frame, that there's still variation. It's not just a recolor, but the shield is different, the primary weapon is different, the secondary weapon is different, head and things like that. So it is nice that they've done some retooling to make this and the Queen's Guard look a bit different, so they're not exactly copies of each other. So I think that's very cool. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like or comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account. Link to that is in the description below, as well as the links to this kit, as well as other HEXA gear kits over at HobbyLink Japan. With that being said, stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video. See ya.